spate of pics showing celebrities wearing a range of real, fake or vintage furs. All sorts of them. Anna Friel, Kelly Brook and Holly Candy Neve Valance have all been papped, sporting the look. So it would seem that fur is back in fashion, but even in this weather, is it something you would ever consider? Here to discuss, we have fashion designer Viking Wong, legendary model Paul Hamilton, who shot to fame in the VW ad throwing away her fur coat, and from the British Fur Council, Stephen Hurwitz. So, Viking, the attitude of the fashion industry to fur at the moment is what? Is it back?
It's very much back. It's actually very celebrated, in my opinion. I mean, you know, it's seen all over the catwalks.
Well, this is interesting because models in the past have been very vociferous in the fact of saying, don't wear fur, you know. And this famous, you remember the old ad of the fur coat being dragged along the ground and a trail of blood behind it. Has that sort of been conveniently forgotten now then?
Yeah, I think, you know, once Anna Wintour sort of wore her fur to...
She's the American editor of Vogue.
Yes, she is. And, you know, once she started wearing fur, then everything's back, you know, it's...
Really, Anna Wintour starts to wear it and that's it, so it's okay?
It's, in my opinion, yes.
It is.
You know.
Let's see if the lady sitting next to you, who was in that original VW, had Paul Hamilton think. So you've got fur around you?
Yes, I have, and we'll discuss that fur in a moment. The fur in the commercial, they wanted me to wear a white fox fur.
Yeah.
And I said, no, it has to be fake.
Yeah.
Then a lady phoned in called Paula, who was marrying a Mr. Bailey, and we gave her the fake fur.
Shall we just have a little look and remind ourselves of what happened to that fur?
Because there are furs that are becoming extinct.
Yeah.
And I think that there is a difference between the way they are raised and the way they are killed. For instance, if you take a leopard, they take a hot poker and shove it up its anus.
I don't think anybody would want that done to them, or would wear leopard. But if
they don't want to ruin the skin by a bullet shot.
Rabbit, I mean, there are so many rabbits.
Oh, I'll eat rabbit, and I'll eat the bone, and I'll have this all done in rabbit.
It's all down to personal taste, not just the meat. So we want to see how easy it is to tell the difference between the latest fur fashion, fake fur, and vintage fur. Please welcome our fur models. Well, quite simply sensational. Now, the quick test here is...
Real, fake.
Real, fake. Okay? You reckon? Right? Oh. So we think we've got fake at this end, real in the middle, and which is the fashion one, then, Paula? The modern fashion one? The end one or the middle one?
Well, I would say the middle one is making the most outrageous statement, but it's real. She's wearing real, she's wearing fake.
Okay, well, you're absolutely the right way around. If we get coming forward first, the fake fur, come forward. Tell us a little bit about this, Viking, what it is, where we can get it.
It's actually a faux fur. You know, it can be bought in any of the London markets, you know, around. It retails at about £120.
So £120 for fake. Pardon me if I stroke you on your way past. I don't do that normally. So that is a new fake or faux fur. Yeah. Warm and snuggly. Okay, yes. Good, right. Let's have a look then at the old vintage, the vintage fur, which is, what's this made of?
This is actually rabbit fur.
Funny.
It retails at £320, and you know, you can find most of these things around in London fur trading companies.
And it's a shame not to wear vintage stuff when, you know, the animals are being shot perhaps 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. You'd clearly have truck with the old vintage then.
I have no problem with rabbit fur.
No problem with rabbit fur at all. Fine. Stephen, popular rabbit? I mean, a lot of
rabbit's popular and affordable. And the meat's good.
Yeah, it makes very good pie. Okay.
Yes, but,
I have to say, the middle one, the current fashion, is sensational. If you just walk down there and show it, tell us what this is.
This is actually by a designer called Paul, and it retails at £9,000. It is actually made of shaved mink for the bodice, and the rest of it is Alaskan fox.
Fox, gosh. I mean, regardless of one's feelings about it, one has to admit it's beautiful. The animals are beautiful and they're made into beautiful things. Can I just do a straw poll of the audience? I'm going to ask two questions here, so only answer the one that applies to you. If you would wear real fur out into the street, shout, and I mean shout, yes, now. Yes. Ooh. If you would not wear real fur out into the street, shout no now. Very loud no. So it's still a majority. Did you find this, Steve? This is the case still. Sorry?
Because fur in the UK has never been so popular. If you look in the street, you'll see plenty of
Real fur?
of women wearing real fur, whether it be a scarf, a hat, a trim, a handbag. It is very popular.
And fashionably, you're saying it's coming back?
It is. It's not only on coats. It's on clutches, bags, pumps, heels, everything.
Paul will be sticking to a bit of old Koya, I think. Koya
Well, it's 8-ply cashmere. It's designed by Hardy Amos from Dr. Zhivago.
Well.
So just a bit of rabbit on the inside is going to keep me warm.
And worth a darn sight more than £9,000. Actually, my thanks to all our models, Viking Wong, Paul Hamilton and Stephen Hurwitz. Thank you both very much.